Ogden.
And I'm Rachel Sayre.
And this is Write Your Heart Out.
Hello, Kayla.
Hi, Rachel. How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
I'm good, too.
I'm better than last time we recorded. Are
oh,
you?
my gosh, yeah. I'm way better, especially since, the world didn't blow up.
Yes, that was helpful.
Yeah.
that was a good start, not blowing up.
Yeah. I'm not so much, existentially in a crisis. Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Good. Our girl, MJ?
Yes.
She put out a book.
Oh, hell yes.
Right? So MJ, it's been a couple weeks, but I got to tell you, it was a really shitty couple weeks on my end, which is the only reason I haven't brought it up before. But MJ put out a book, and it's called My Greatest Fear is Apathy. And if you want to buy a copy of it, I bought you a copy. It's coming.
No way.
It's not here yet, but I bought us
you.
both one. And it's just all of her original work. And if you, listener, have liked what you've heard from MJ in this podcast.
So MJ did the Elon poem, right?
She did, and she also sent in a recording, at least once, and then I feel like we read something else from her too.
I think it's she did a Elon poem,
Yes.
and then Scott challenged her to do a love poem.
Right.
And then he never did his Elon poem, and he still hasn't to this day,
Oh,
motherfucker.
hello, rude.
Yes,
All these
so
other
rude.
guys are writing in, but you, Scott. Anyway, MJ's surpassing us all by having already written a book.
That's so great. She should read one of the poems from her book and send it in for us to play, right?
Absolutely. So MJ, I'll reach out to you. But if, listener, you want to buy a copy of MJ's book supporting a young author, I really suggest you do that. Her website is writtenbymj.com, and we'll put that in the show notes so that you can check it out.
And it's poetry. Yeah.
Yeah, book of poetry. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that's my little update, besides the fact that I'm learning sign language, very helpful in the podcast world.
Wow. What made you want to learn sign language?
And I've been trying to find more ways to use my brain so that, because I try to do puzzles and stuff, because I feel like I forget everything all the time. And I feel like it's beyond mom brain. I feel like it's maybe just age related decay.
Ew.
I don't know. I feel like that's a little dramatic, but I thought learning a new language is a good thing. But I don't want to learn a new language, So I'm going to learn sign language. I know there's no deaf people listening because that wouldn't make sense.
Well, didn't Mozart put his hands on the...
Oh, yeah, he felt the music.
Yeah, so if you're deaf and
You're just
you have
feeling
your hands on your
speakers,
sup.
And I will really love to talk to you. When I am a little bit better at sign language. I'm actually not, I'm learning it I feel like I'm picking it up.
Well, babies can do it, so.
Shut up, Kayla. Rude.
Okay, listeners without kids, babies can hella do sign language.
Yeah.
It's really, really cute.
It is really cute.
So if you ever see a little kid, they put all their fingers together on both hands, and then they tap their fingers together.
More.
That means more.
I still sometimes find myself doing that when I ask
To
the
your
kids
kid?
if they want more. I'm like, more? And I tap my fingers together, and I'm like, oh, wait, I don't need to do that. It's it became muscle memory at the time.
It's so cute.
It really is.
I listened to an interview on NPR with, I think his name is Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
Oh, I love Sanjay Gupta.
You do? He's a neuroscientist, right? Okay, yeah. So what he said about memory, which maybe this is what you know, what he said about memory was people think that, if I do the crossword puzzle every morning, then I won't get Alzheimer's disease or I'll keep my memory sharp. But what you need to do is to learn a new skill that uses different parts of your brain. So when you learn a new skill, it's not like you're carving out new neural pathways. But what you're doing is it's like you're building cities on the roads that are the neural pathways. You're building up those towns. Whereas your crossword puzzle pathway, it already has a huge ass town on there. It's already all built up. So you're sort of building out your brain as you build out your skill set. And I think that how you're using your brain to communicate language like with your hands and like that motion. It's like, where else are you really doing that? Skill seems very particular and like
Totally.
a very like particular pathway in your brain that probably has fucking nothing on it.
Oh, yeah. I'm under construction now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I support it.
I have. Oh, sorry, I hit your foot with the book. Okay,
With
wait,
this
that was
big
it.
book.
It demanded to be acknowledged.
Yeah, exactly. The book wants to be talked about. It's time.
Okay, this is Lost Lambs by Madeline Cash.
Mm-hmm.
Madeline is one of my favorite names, or Madeline. I think that's Madeline, not Madeline.
How do you know?
Because Madeline is usually spelled Madelien or Ein, like Madeleine, like the French way, and then this looks like it's Madeline because it's Line.
Oh.
Well, Maddie. Let's just call it. No. I don't know how she pronounces it. I'm gonna say Madeline.
I think she pronounces it Madeline.
Oh, okay. Well, she's just going on her own path then.
Really doesn't know how to say her own name, but we won't hold that against you.
Nope.
So she's under 30.
Oh, good for her. Her brain's still under construction all by itself. No need for sign language.
Oh my God.
Or crosswords.
So rude.
Hey, it's true though.
Okay, so you listened to it.
I did.
I read it.
I just got in under the wire. I finished about 20 minutes ago.
Okay, so we've got like fresh thoughts.
Fresh.
What do you think of this book?
I really liked it. It took me on a road I was not expecting to go on. I'd say the front half of the book is so different than the back half, where getting to know the family felt so different than once you knew them and they were in this like adventure.
Right.
It felt very different.
I just realized that should we read the...
Oh, yes, I think we should.
Okay.
Okay, starting...
Well, okay. And then we'll get more into your thoughts on the book.
Sure.
So this is the flap copy. The Flynn family is coming undone. Catherine and Bud's open marriage has reached its breaking point as their daughters spiral in their own chaotic orbits. Abigail, the eldest, is dating a man in his 20s named War Crime Wes. Louise, the middle child, maintains a secret correspondence with an online terrorist. The brilliant youngest, Harper, is being sent to wilderness reform camp due to her insistence that someone or something is monitoring the town's citizens. Casting a shadow across their lives and their small coastal town is Paul Alabaster, a billionaire shipping magnate. Rumors of corruption circulate, but no one dares to dig too deep. No one except Harper, whose obsession with the mysterious shipping container exposes a criminal conspiracy that unwittingly endangers her family, a crisis that just may bring them closer together. Irreverent and addictive, pinging between the voices of the Flynns and the characters around them, Madeline Cash's Lost Lambs is a debut novel of quick-witted observation and surprising tenderness. In it, Cash has crafted a family saga for the 21st century, all held together with crazy glue. Yeah, okay, so the first half of the novel, we're getting to know the Flynn family.
Right.
Yeah, and then
as once you know them and the parents are kind of officially more split up, and then the Alabaster guy becomes prominent, and he is like, very nefarious, and this adventure kind of ensues of the girls getting entwined with him, and the dad is kind of finally woken up to what his daughter's been saying, and becomes onto him. I just didn't expect it to go that way. I had never read the flap, so I didn't have that going into it. Having gone in blind, it took it on a really fun adventure that I was like, oh my God, okay, well now I really want to keep listening, which was good.
Yes. It's like the first half is super, character driven and funny and like tender, and you really fall in love with these characters, and you don't really realize that Cash is like planting all these seeds. You're just sort of like enjoying steeping in this family, getting to know like the world that Cash has built, because this isn't an actual town. One of the things that I really appreciate about this book is that the author made it super, super fiction.
She really did. It was fun.
Yes. So she said that she felt like this might be her almost like pushing back against the trend for, writers to write these veiled autobiographies.
Sure.
Where it's like personal. It's sort of like the character is almost exactly like them.
Sure.
With like going on a little plot and having all the feelings that they've felt and having, this kind of thing. Which actually is kind of like the Jeanette McCurdy book that we read, where the plot wasn't her life and Waldo isn't her, but she had this age gap relationship.
Totally.
It's like write what you know. You could tell that, it was lightly based on like her own experiences, right? And Madeline Cash, though she didn't mention Jeanette McCurdy, she said she's kind of like pushing back against that. She wanted to write just like really, really like hard fiction. She's a only child. She doesn't even have a big family.
Okay.
And she lives in New York, so she's not in some small town or anything like that.
Yeah.
None of this stuff has ever happened to her. And she decided, which I also love and find really funny, that she wasn't going to use any real nouns. So you never hear about like Nike or Coca-Cola.
Yeah, there's even she mentions like a cozy man recliner. And I was like, oh, like a lazy boy. And I remember thinking as she says it, like, oh, that's funny. Like just off enough,
Yes, just off enough. Yeah, which is, I really loved that. So, but then the plot really starts to pick up. Just getting back to what I was saying about like the first half versus the second half. But it sounds like you still enjoyed the second half, even though it was like so different.
I did. I still enjoyed the second half. I thought it tied everything up it connected all the characters in a way that was really heartwarming, that they became this sort of modern family when it seemed like they were so distant from each other.
Yeah.
She did a great job in writing all these characters who were so lonely and then bringing them back to a place of love where they not only love each other but love their community. Yeah. And through like a shared experience, which I think is true to life. And it was just really sweet. It was I wouldn't actually call this book sweet. I'm going to take back that adjective, but it was.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
It kind of is sweet. They have all these like really big-hearted characters who are just like reaching.
Yeah, very lonely.
Reaching out.
Yeah. In such different ways too. Like every character is so independently, like they're independent of each other. They are a family, but they don't have anything in common. And then they find common ground.
Yeah. It's so she wrote like these three daughters, the eldest who's the rebellious beauty, the middle child who's the quintessential middle child. It's so funny. So Bud is like the father and he's sort of living in his van.
Yeah, in the front yard.
He's just he and his wife are going through a hard time and he just is sleeping in the van. He's in the van and he's like, oh, fuck, you scared me. And it's like his middle child is just standing there. And she's like, I've been standing here for like 2 minutes. And then in his head, he's like trying to remember her name for a sec. And then he's like, oh, Louise. Just like, it's just like for a split second. She's just totally overlooked.
To the point that she started an entire relationship with a terrorist online.
Yes. And nobody noticed. And they go to the beach at one point and she's wearing like a head covering.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's going on? And she literally just says like, oh, I'm being respectful to God or something. And they just are like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, right. Yep.
So, it's hilarious. This book is hilarious. And I think that, it's gotten such amazing reviews in every huge publication. And to me, So I think it speaks to the author's amazing ability to network in New York.
Sure. Of course.
She puts on literary events. She started a zine where she brought all of her, like all the young writers together and like published them. And she's just like a mover and a shaker. She like describes herself as, I think, like stalking her agent or her publisher or something to like get noticed. She really went out there. She's very like plucky. But I think that the reason that everyone loves the book so much is because it makes us laugh. Like it's just making everybody laugh.
It was funny.
Kudos to her.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was, we started talking about this book a few weeks ago, whenever you suggested we read it. And it was because we had been talking about voice. Yeah. And you had heard that this book was particularly voicey.
Yeah.
And as I was listening to it, I was trying to really like hone in on the voice factor of it. And it truly was. I mean, each character really had their own very distinct qualities to them. And if we were to go by Dave Rickenbach's, description of like all of these different characters going to the same place in their own distinct ways, I think that she accomplished that really well.
Yeah, I think she accomplished it so well. And one of the things that's nice writing about a family is that, each character is different, but if they are kind of the same, it almost feels like that's like the family line.
Totally.
Right? Because we do talk like our siblings and the people that we
of course,
grew up with. The book is super, super modern because it's like in the internet age, right?
Yeah.
Super modern subject matter. For example, like a young girl being groomed by a terrorist. Like, I feel like that was such a thing like 5 years ago or 10 years ago where they were like, oh, the young people are going to the Middle East and becoming like...
Oh, yeah, I do remember hearing headlines about that a while back.
But then it wasn't really true. It was kind of like quicksand, how you think it's going to be everywhere, and then it's actually like not.
Yeah, right. Well, even the extremely wealthy and elite drinking blood and taking like trying to figure out the hacks of youth.
Yes.
That's a through line in this one that is conspiracy theory 101 these days.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
and it's so true of our world. Like, we all see it all the time. These like billionaires on YouTube or wherever, like trying to biohack,
right,
and that kind of thing.
Right.
And then there's the like open marriage thing with the parents.
Yeah, I thought the character Mrs. Winkle was hilarious, and then her daughter Perry, and like at one point Bud is like, "Why'd you name her Perry?" And she's like, I just thought it was a nice name. He's like, yeah, but Perry Winkle. And she's like, oh, I never thought about that. And I was like, that is like, it was just so silly. And I was like, oh my God, that's funny. Like, that almost felt too obvious as a joke, but it still landed, Yeah. I think she did a good job with this book.
Me too.
Are you feeling compersion or are you feeling jealousy, Kayla?
Oh, okay, yes. So there's a distinction in our podcast between jealousy and compersion. Compersion is usually a word that it is related to like polyamorous people, where it's like you see your primary partner, the person that you're in love with, falling in love with someone else, and you feel like compersion instead of jealousy, which is like you just feel so happy for them. It's like a different form of love. Right. Like rooting for someone else's success, even though it's something that you yourself want. With her, I feel compersion. Yeah, I don't feel jealous of her. And I think that this is something that's really nice about getting older. I'm turning 39 on Sunday in 2 days.
God, I didn't know that.
Your little baby's growing up.
Oh, my little baby.
Just when you're learning sign language to communicate with
me. More.
So one nice thing about getting older and seeing like a young person doing well or just doing anything, you just don't, I just don't really feel like that's my like lane.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sort of like, oh, girl, yes, go get it. Like, that's what you should be doing in your 20s. Like, chase your dreams, do it your own way. Like,
Yeah.
be yourself. Like, don't let anybody tell you to
Hold back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hone your craft, put yourself out there, be brave. And so when you look at somebody younger than you who you can admire, I think that that's so special.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I would like my daughter to be somebody like that.
Totally. Especially if she's the go-getter who's stalking her agent and all of those things. It's like, good for you. Like,
Yeah.
way to make it happen. That's a lot to be proud of.
It's like, back yourself.
Yeah.
Like, what is this noise? What is this noise?
I think it's Mark outside messing with the garden umbrella.
This is like, we were talking about this last time when we read that short story where the woman is like looking at the back of her husband's head and like all his like little breathing, and she could tell that he was not asleep by the way he was breathing or something like that. And it's like, Rachel's sitting in her closet. The garden umbrella is like, there's a door in between. It's like at least 50 feet away. And it's outside, and her husband is doing something with it. She cannot see this, but she knows this tiny clicking sound that he's making.
Oh, yes.
The little noises of domesticity.
Yes. That is what those are. Clicking away.
So who was your favorite character in this book?
I'm going to go with Harper, the youngest daughter, who is like a little bit of a super genius. She's the one who like learns Latin. Like, her family is kind of just like, get out of here, you know? Not in like the middle child way, in like she requires a lot of work way. But everything that they keep throwing at her, thinking it'll keep her occupied, she absorbs instead. And I'm like, what a little superhuman.
Yeah.
And so she ends up getting into a lot of trouble, as very smart people often end up doing, because she kind of falls into these little conspiracy rabbit holes that end up sometimes being true in this case. And at one point they send her away to like a wilderness camp because they like don't really know what to do with her because she's just kind of too smart for school. I know. I thought she was a fun character.
Oh yeah, she was amazing.
Yeah, and I also like Mrs. Winkle, who is like the opposite of Harper, I think.
Yeah. And I love that, like, so Bud, the father, he's kind of getting pushed out of his marriage. He's married to a beauty, Catherine, a gorgeous woman, and she wants to open up their marriage like a little bit and like explore things with a neighbor. But it's not like she's off like banging this neighbor. It's like she's kind of like going on dates and exploring like the romantic side of things. Bud doesn't want to do that. Bud is content with his life. But I love that he falls in love with like this dowdy like church lady.
Totally.
He's sort of having like a crisis.
He's drinking too much.
He is.
Yeah, he's like having a crisis, drinking too much, not really doing his job.
Yeah, he's not doing well at work.
And then his boss is like, you need help and go to this support group.
Yes.
And Mrs. Winkle is the one who runs the support group.
Yes. And it's like, it's just somebody that you wouldn't really imagine. And then she's the kind of opposite of his wife.
Yes, definitely.
And I love that, you know, kind of what he's attracted to in her is like, it turns out she's funny, but she also is just like very interested in him. She's like steady and stable. She's like a really great listener, and they have like a lot in common. I think that he just surprises him.
Fully opposite of the wife. This woman's nurturing. Like nurturing, I think is the right word. And her group is called the Lost Lambs, which I think is the perfect name for her to run it because somebody who's nurturing would take care of lambs, you know, like that feels synonymous.
Totally.
So then Catherine, his wife, is like the beauty, and she doesn't even know how to go grocery shopping properly at one point in the book, and clearly Mrs. Winkle is the opposite. She has a mentally disabled daughter who, like, she's just had to nurture, and she is good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
It is.
It's such like dark subject matter in the book when it comes to like the plot, and like the, as you said, nefarious billionaire, and there's human trafficking in the book of like young women and drugging young women, and he paralyzes, young women and stuff like that. Like, that is so dark.
Yeah, it's gross.
But for some reason, when I think about this book, not that I think that it's light, like I think that it's very like full and rich. But I just think of it more as like all these members of this family in this family saga, they all go out on their own little hero's journey because they're not getting what they need from each other.
Totally.
And then they each come back and they kind of bring someone else in with them. Some of them do to like kind of complete the family. Yeah. So I just think that it's like a really touching, like, fun.
The dark
story.
Human trafficking storyline, while it is throughout the book, and they, like, that is the crux moment of the family coming together, it doesn't feel like that is the point of the book, so it doesn't feel heavy in that sense,
right?
Like it's definitely a huge, pivotal thing in the book, but it's not the storyline.
Yeah, it's like it's plot, but it's not theme,
right?
Oh my gosh, that was so smart. Yeah, highly recommend. And a lot of people are relating this book to something called the bee sting. Have you heard?
No, I haven't.
Okay, the bee sting. So apparently this book, I just ordered it off of bookshop.org, where if you order your books from there, you support local bookstores, like little stores.
When did this book come out?
So this is older. This was from, here it just keeps saying best book of the year,
What does Dua Lipa have to do with it?
Oh, Dua Lipa has a book club.
What?
Isn't that cool?
Oh, Dua. Who knew? I mean, I didn't know. Sorry, I guess a lot of people probably know that.
Oh, it was only published 2 years ago in 2024. But so people who like this book liked The Bee Sting. But the one thing that I heard somebody say about this book who was reviewing it, was that they felt that it was too short, and that if it had been as long as The Bee Sting, that it would have been like a perfect book or whatever.
Did you feel like it was too short?
People said that it was kind of like wrapped up a little too tidily.
Sure, I could see that.
So I can see that, but I think that it suited the work.
Yeah.
And to me, this gives a lot of room for like a whole series of books.
Sure.
Like
this family can carry.
Oh, yeah. You could have this family like The Simpsons, like just never age and just doing a bunch of shit. Or you could have it when, the kids were little or things like that. I sense that she's not going to do that. Apparently, Cash has already finished her second book. And this has been opted for, I think, TV. Let's see.
Oh, wow. No,
it just says, well, this is wrong.
Okay.
Anyway, whatever. It has been. I feel like it's Netflix, but that would be disappointing because Netflix puts out such bad shit. I hope it's like Amazon or something.
Yeah, or Apple TV. They do a good job.
Or HBO.
Yeah.
But not Netflix.
When we're done talking about Lost Lambs, we should spend 1 second on Margot's Got Money Troubles.
Oh, okay. Okay, and also something that I think that we're done.
Okay.
I'm sure we're gonna watch this show and whatever. We love it. I give this one like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I would go high. Definitely in that
recommend
range
it
too.
to people. I recommend it to anybody. Like, you could give this as a gift to like an old person, a young person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it was a good book. I definitely, if we didn't spoil it for you, which I feel like this book takes you on enough of a ride that even if you know that there's a human trafficking thing, it's not spoiling the book.
No, not at all. And it's like, it's a quick read and definitely worthwhile.
I'm glad I listened to it. I know that when you had suggested it, you had said to read it. But that just wasn't happening in my life.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm glad I listened to it. I thought the narrator did a good job, too, which is always a factor for listening. So, whichever way you want to consume it, we support you.
So, having listened to it, you didn't get the gnat thing, like with the G's?
Well, I knew it was gnats with G's. I mean, like the bugs in the church.
Right. So one thing that she did in this book, which is really cute, but people have mixed feelings about it.
Oh, yeah, tell me.
Including her editor wasn't sure that she was going to let her do it. But once the gnats are introduced into the story, so there's a priest in the story who he has this church, and is it Miss Winkle that brings in the plant?
Yeah.
So Miss Winkle brings in a plant to like cheer up the church. But it has gnats in it. And then they have this like infestation. And until the infestation is taken care of in the book, the gnats infest the book.
Yes.
So throughout the lines, like anytime you see the letters nat, like naturally, like the word naturally would be spelled with like a G.
Sure.
And it's like
that's funny
in the middle of words and stuff. Like you keep on like catching on it, and it's like kind of annoying.
That's
just
hilarious.
like a gnat.
That's a really cute, and I could see why that would be annoying because it's just playful.
Yeah.
It doesn't add to the story.
Doesn't mean anything. It's just playful.
That's hilarious. And no, obviously I did not know that. That's really funny.
I know. I think that that's
very clever.
And she's so clever. And that's something that I mean about like her being herself.
Yeah, totally.
It's like I've never, one thing. So you want to talk about Margot's Got Money Problems, and I want us to also watch the trailer for Verity.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah,
yes.
Have you?
I have not watched the trailer. I read the book, of course.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Rachel and I said, we haven't told you guys this yet, but when we watched Begonia and we talked about If It Followed, Save the Cat, that has been like our bumper episode. Like everybody listens to that.
Begonia, man.
Yeah, everybody listens to that one. And I haven't re-listened to it since whenever we did that, which was like months and months ago. So I'm like, I hope that was a good episode because that's like definitely our most popular one by far. So I was like, oh, well, cool. Like people like it when we do that. Maybe I'm like, what can we do? Like reading books that are screen adapted to the screen and then talking about the book and the screenplay and that kind of stuff. We really enjoyed doing that. And so we were like, oh my God, let's do it. Rachel suggested it. She's like, let's do it for Verity. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Because it's Colleen Hoover.
Yep.
And I read her breakout novel, which was This Is Us, or It Ends With Us.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I hated it. Oh, I feel so bad saying that. Like as a writer, as someone who has completed a book, and I know how hard it is. And like, I hated it, but I appreciate her.
Sure.
And like, I like Colleen Hoover and I like her journey. I like that she self-published. Okay. Her work resonated with so many people. Book Talk, like TikTok specifically, there were so many young women just bawling their eyes out on there. Like she touched people. And I haven't been able to, like my craft, I don't think is there yet. So I think I have a lot to learn from her as a writer, even though like on a line level, in that book anyways, like she wasn't literary.
Well, it's like Stephanie Meyer or that woman who wrote 50 Shades of Grey. Like that.
Yes.
I think Colleen Hoover is, sorry, Stephanie Meyer. I think Colleen Hoover is far more talented than Stephanie Meyer. Stephanie Meyer's, she was Twilight.
Okay, really?
She wrote the Twilight series. Her writing.
I never read those.
Okay, well, they hit me right at the right time. I was like 19 when those started coming out, and so I loved them. The writing, not great.
Hey, do you remember that website FML?
Yeah, of course.
Fuck My Life.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if it's still out. Fuck My Life was a website where it was like a tweet length thing where people would send in about something shitty that happened to them where they're like, oh, fuck my life. And one of them was this guy who was like, I woke up in the morning and I looked in the mirror and my face was covered in glitter. Because my girlfriend is reading Twilight and she wanted me to shine like the vampires.
Yeah,
fuck my life.
That's an FML for sure. That's
okay,
funny.
anyways, keep going.
Anyway, so I feel like Colleen Hoover is one of those people where you can get a huge following. It speaks to people you know, if it hits them in the right moment, it hits them in the right moment, and then they're just hooked, which happens, you know, like I think those are the authors who kind of strike gold, and it's not about the literary quality. It's about the giving, just you're hitting the people in the right spot.
Yeah, it's like the emotional resonance. Yeah, so that's my feeling. It's like I didn't like the book reading it like me reading it, but I like what she did, and I like that worked for her.
Sure. I've read quite a bit of Colleen Hoover because I have a few friends who really like her. So I've read like Lovely Bones it ends with us and it starts with us and Verity, and you know, like I've read quite a few of her things, and I can't say that she's my
the Lovely
fave.
Bones isn't her.
Oh, sorry, not Lovely Bones. Love Bones. I think she has one called Love Bones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not Lovely Bones. Love Bones.
Okay.
And
wait, what were you saying that It Ends With Us is the worst one, or?
Oh, I didn't say anything's the worst one. I've just read quite a few of her books. I want to finish the books every time I start one.
Right.
So,
and you read them?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're perfect, like, vacation books. Like, I will read the entire thing on an airplane kind of a deal.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, because they're quick.
Yeah, I think for me with the Verity book, I will probably listen to it. And that'll be great. And then we'll watch the movie together, and then we'll talk about the difference between the book and the screenplay, and if we think it follows Save the Cat.
Sure. I'll read Verity again because it's been a while since I read it the first time, but it's a very different from any of her other writing.
It's like a thriller, right?
Yeah, the twists are good. Like it's a legitimately fun, good twist.
Oh, very cool. I love twists. I love thrillers. Okay, do you want to watch the trailer now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Some places remember everything.
Uh-oh.
She needed the money.
What? Big house.
The house needed her.
Oh, hot guy, Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett?
Yeah, heartthrob from our era.
Oh, baby.
It was never just a job.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
She was never where they thought. 3 years of pretending. Not one wasted day.
I'm scared as fuck. The truth is in the pages.
He knew.
He knew?
He always knew.
Oh, fucker.
She chose you first.
Who is the real monster?
She was never asleep.
Anne Hathaway.
Darkness is easier to hunt in.
Oh. That was awkward looking. Dakota running in the rain.
Yeah.
She let her go.
Interesting.
She let who go? Who did she let go?
Oh, well, you'll have to find out. You gotta... Okay,
Yeah,
so I
it
feel like
cannot
they
be
gave way too much
spoilers.
away in this trailer.
They did.
Well-
Are you not supposed to know it's like a woman ghost or something?
I'm not gonna say anything about that.
Maybe she's not even a ghost.
You're just gonna have to find out. I can't speak to it.
Oh my
but
God, my heart
that
is pounding.
I had so many visuals in my head from that book because she did a great job of setting the scene of this mansion. So in the trailer, it's like a kind of very haunted looking house.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks like a house that has not been taken care of at all, which again, it's been a couple of years since I read Verity, so it could have been. But in my mind's eye, it was more of like a house on a property that was like very lush and maybe not taken care of, but in like an overgrown green way.
Like a secret garden kind of.
Yeah, not in a scary haunted housey way. So it'll be interesting to watch that. I'm excited. I don't want to say anything else because the twists are worth it in that book. I gotta say.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay, well that's fun. When does that movie come out? I didn't look.
Let's see. Yeah, no, we didn't look. 2026.
Okay, I think it was like October or something.
Oh, Lena Dunham has a new memoir. Did you read her old one?
I do think I read her old one, and because there was so much controversy over the stuff that happened with her sister, and I remember thinking as I was reading it, I didn't know how to feel about. Did you read it?
Yeah.
It was icky. But I also was like, kids are fucking weird, man. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. Is
totally.
this, like, I don't feel like it's this weird molestation thing that they
No.
made it out to be. So I feel like she got, like, a really bad rap for that unnecessarily.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think that something like that could happen to one person and it's very violating, and something like that could happen to other people and it's so personal, and I would never tell somebody that if they felt violated in that situation that they weren't.
Right.
You know? So I just also feel like Lena got a really shit end of the stick for being honest about her experience. I don't know. I feel like that's tricky.
I think it's like a weird thing to write about. I think that
again, supposedly she writes about it again in this next one. Yeah, like she addresses the backlash of it in this in her new book Fame Sick, and I'm just like, oh my god, I won't read this one unless you tell me I have to.
I don't know. So the discourse around Lena Dunham's new book, it's like a lot of the headlines are like, why does everyone hate Lena Dunham? And Lena Dunham doesn't know why she's the most hated woman in America or whatever. Like, is that like she gets so much hate is, I guess, the whole thing.
Yeah.
It says here, in a rowdy, frank, and moving reflection on illness, fame, sex, and everything in between, the remarkable mind behind the hit series Girls and the best-selling author of Not That Kind of Girl asks, okay, thanks, Google. I'm so annoyed with the internet lately and AI and everything. It's just like making everything such slop.
It is.
Driving me crazy. Whatever. That's a nice thing to say about it. I don't know.
Do you feel like she's hated? I feel like why are you just shut up then? If you feel like you're hated, then maybe like go do something else. I don't know. I personally, I didn't watch Girls. I watched the first season. I remember really liking it, but then I didn't care enough to continue. Oh. And honestly, it was because of the guy who then becomes Kylo Ren. What's his
Adam
name?
Driver.
God, that man's face makes me want to fucking puke.
Oh my God, it makes me want to sit on it.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, I've heard that from many people. I am so not attracted to him that he made me not want to watch that show.
Whoa.
Like, the fact that she was so into him in that show repulsed me, and I was like, disgusting. I want no part of that guy or their relationship, and I definitely don't want to see them having sex.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm so turned off by him, but...
Yeah, did he look like your ex?
No,
like that guy?
Not at all. Nope.
Mm.
I just don't like him.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lena Dunham, like, just go away, girlfriend. If you don't want to be talked about, if you're so sick of fame, then go.
Don't write another book. Jesus Christ.
Right? I just feel like she's
and
everywhere.
Go on this whole press tour.
When I turned over the Madeline Cash book, she's got a little blurb on the back of that book, too. And I'm just like, ugh, there you are again. Not so sick of it, are you?
Ooh, you really don't like her.
I don't not like her. I just don't like her. I guess I don't like her.
Yeah, I guess not. I was obsessed with Girls.
Okay.
Obsessed. I could not wait for the next episode to come out. And I thought it was so funny. I thought her voice, like at the time, I thought her voice was so refreshing. Like the way that she speaks.
She did change I think she changed the way shows were made. I think
Really?
that she really made it so that shows could speak to our generation of girls.
Mm-hmm.
There's no doubt that she's a good writer. Like as far as creating shows, and Judd Apatow saw something good in her.
Yeah, totally.
There's no doubt about that. Her talent speaks for itself.
There was an episode of Girls called All Adventurous Women Do. And it was about the character, Hannah, got HPV. And she's like so freaked out about it, right? Because she's very neurotic. And, or like, it could be freaky for sure.
Of course.
And she's like, I have pre-cancer. And she's like, oh my gosh, now I have to call all my exes and tell them I have HPV and that they might have HPV. And like, she just makes it into like, she makes it ruin her life.
Sure.
And then she's talking to like her like sexy, confident boho friend. And she mentions that, my HPV or whatever. And the confident, like, cool friend is like, oh, I have that. And she's like, you do? And she's like, yeah, all adventurous women do. And you're like, oh, like that's just like it was nice. It flipped it on its head. Like, I don't have HPV.
I mean,
my God,
I
you
think
guys-
the statistic is that like majority of people do,
and they
at least
just
in the
don't,
US.
that they just, maybe it's like hidden or they don't know or like whatever. So basically, like, I don't think that I do, but I was always very, very like scared of that.
Sure.
Like, oh my gosh, if you got like an STI, it was like the end of the world. It was
Oh,
so
sure.
fucking scary. And then you'd have to tell everyone, and you would be like a leper or something.
Right. Well, we got the overcorrection of the AIDS era because AIDS, was so prominent of like this fear mongering around AIDS and gayness in the 80s. And then we were children of the, like we were like primely growing up in the 90s. So we were the overcorrection where they were like,
Fear.
fear of everything, like it's not just AIDS, it's everything. You actually have to be scared of everything.
Yeah.
Never have sex without a condom because you will get STIs and you'll die. Like,
and
in
like
Mean Girls.
even if you do wear a that was something that she dealt with in Girls, the Hannah character. She's like, okay, I understand like that, a condom, whatever, but what about the stuff that gets all up and around the top of the condom?
Legit fear, girlfriend.
And she like says that so many times in the show, and it's true. They're like, okay, well, a condom will protect you from, like, most of the time, like 98% of the time, it'll protect you from pregnancy, if worn correctly, but it won't like protect you from STIs,
Right. Yeah.
necessarily. Like, it might help you like a little bit.
Yeah, no, your bodies are still touching.
Yeah, and I'm like, and then you get in a situation where you're like, okay, I'm like 20 and I'm in love with people and stuff, and like, do I have to ask them
Yeah.
if they have anything?
Sex is gross, man. It's wonderful and it's gross.
Sex is gross. Oh my gosh.
Okay. We need to probably wrap things up, right? Timing wise.
Yeah, we
So
do.
really quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Margot's Got Money Troubles. We read it in our book group a couple years ago and we all loved it. If you haven't read it, read it. Like, it is really a fun, quick, super, like, just funny, like, laugh out loud funny.
Cool, original, like
Yes.
original plot points, original like careers and stuff like that.
And this is one that
Edgy.
I would recommend listening to because Elle Fanning is the narrator in the audiobook and she does a great job reading it. And then Apple TV made it into a show and she stars in it as Margot.
Amazing.
And so when you're watching it, I've only watched the first episode. Since she's starring in it, it's like rereading the book because so far they're saying super true to the book. And so it's really fun because you can tell that she's Margot. Like, she was Margot in her head when she was reading it. And so now she's Margot in real life as she's acting it.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect that they cast her.
Yeah, it's really fun. So I hope that it's just so disappointing when they don't do that with books. So like, I'm hoping that this is the real embodiment of like putting it on the screen properly.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch it too.
Do it.
Okay, well, thanks for listening, guys. I think, is next time going to be a story time?
I think we decided next time has to be story time because we have one, Janine. She
did send it.
She sent it. So we have a recording of an author who's going to read some of her work. Then we have to finish the two guys. Thank you guys so much. And thank you again for your emails where you guys were so encouraging and thankful for us reading your work. You guys are wonderful.
Yes. So next time's going to be a story time. And if you want, I think it's actually full, but if you want to get on the next story time after that, please email us your stuff and we would love to share it. That's like our favorite part of the podcast.
Yes. And ladies,
yeah,
we want to hear from you too. I'm very excited to hear from Janine. Get a female voice in there.
And girls, don't have like imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Like, guys go for jobs that they're like 70% qualified for, and women won't go for a job because they have like 1 point listed on the job description that they don't think that they can do absolutely perfectly. So if you're trying to be perfect before you send your shit in, just stop that. Done is better than perfect. So just send that shit in. Okay, baby?
Send it in. We want it.
Okay.
We
we'll
want
talk
it.
to
We
you
want
soon.
to support you. Okay, bye.